here we are. I just want to do Velociraptor demos today because I think it's important for an understanding of forensics, although, as I mentioned before, this is, in some ways, this is an instant response tool more than a forensic tool, but the two are closely related. I will not have a lecture next week. I'll just answer any questions that come up, and after that, it's final exam, so the semester is pretty much over. And I mentioned again, a student asked this question. If you want to get extra credit, you can do this machine learning CTF. It's going along very well. I was very happy to get this working. You can do poisoning. There's two attacks. There's attacks here, and I'm going to have defenses soon. So you see, there's two kinds of attacks in machine learning. Evasion are where you change the data coming in to be recognized to where it gets misrecognized. And poisoning is where you add extra malicious images to the training set to cause the AI to learn bad behavior. And they're both very interesting. Crappy login site isn't working. Yeah, it fails a lot. I'll probably have to restore the server from backup. It seems like just a couple days of using it causes it to crash. Anyway, all right. So let's talk about Velociraptor. Let me get the Velociraptor project here. So the first thing you have to do is you have to have a Windows and Linux machine. And in this class, I think you've only used a Windows machine with that forensic tool. Autopsy. So if you don't have a Linux machine, you're going to have to get one. In principle, by the way, you can run Velociraptor on Windows, but it runs very, very slowly, and you need to give your machine a lot of RAM. So I prefer using Linux. So you'll have to have some version of this. You can put them in the cloud, or you can put them on the premises. All right, and there's a couple flags to turn in when you get your Windows and Linux machine going. So let me just, I've got mine in my private cloud. They're running in virtual machines on my home network. So this is Linux, Debian, and so if I run the IP address, it's 192.168.11.33, and I'll start up my Windows machine. Yeah?
Can you use Ubuntu, or does it have to be Debian?
Oh, you can use Ubuntu, sure. Any version of Linux would be fine. You could probably use Kali or something too. Yeah. I don't, although to be fair, I think I've only tested it with Debian, but I'm pretty sure it'd work on Ubuntu. Kali, maybe not, because Kali's pretty messed up.
So they already have an Ubuntu?
Yeah, I would use Ubuntu. You'll probably be fine. Ubuntu and Debian are very close. Kali is not as close. So, and that's what a lot of students have because they're doing pen testing. But all right, so here's my Linux machine in the cloud. Oh, another thing to know is you have to use Intel-based hardware. I tried to put this on my ARM-based hardware, and as far as I can tell, the Velociraptor agent does not exist for ARM-based Windows. You would have to compile it yourself, and I looked into doing that, and that is pretty much a mess. The only instructions said you had to use Linux to cross-compile it. I don't know why that would be, but anyway, it's difficult, so I don't recommend trying to do that. So that's this one will require Intel-based hardware, which is why I'm using my private cloud.
Same thing as AMD's?
Yeah, AMD is fine. AMD and Intel, but not ARM. Yeah, because AMD and Intel are compatible. As far as this will not be easy to do on ARM. So anyway, I've got a Windows machine, and so what you have to have is these machines have to be able to see each other. So if I do ipconfig, this machine is 192.168.11.24, and that's good because it's on the same network as my other machine. Let me see if I can get between these efficiently. I don't need that anymore. There, okay. So this one is 11.33, and the other one is 11.24. So if I ping 192.168, whoa, 68, 11.33.
168.
Why, thank you. All right, let's see if it works if I put in the right number. There we go. So I can ping Linux from Windows, and that's what you need. You need these two machines to be able to communicate with each other in order to do this project. And the point is, we're going to install Velociraptor on the Linux machine, and it is going to become a master control server that can control your fleet of machines. And in particular, it's going to control this Windows machine. That's what's going on. So that's the next thing I'm going to do, and I'm going to stop recording this video.